get one of your slips, and I want you need your ruler. Now this is how I draw them. People choose to do different things, and here's what a lot of them did yesterday. They just take their ruler, and I don't like it because for me, some of them weren't that accurate. They will take their ruler and kind of lay it like that and then draw it. Do not draw them without a ruler. Your calculator is straight lines, not curves. So I do it. You told me it takes 2 points to make a line. So I use, in this case, I only have 3. That one up there, this one, and this one. I like my end points. So I'm going to put a little dot there, right there. And I'm going to come down here and I kind of eyeball it, and it's about right there. I'm just kind of eyeballing it from the gray area. Then or you could use your y-x-intercept if you wanted to. And then I take my ruler and I connect them. Now, if you could just lay the ruler down and get a check mark on your classwork, it's fine, but just be very, very careful. Now, that gets us pretty much through with this one. What I had to do was I glued this right here, and I'm not going to take the time. I will do this one. And I didn't have room. You can glue it over this stuff right here because it's the same picture, and we're not doing the tea table. But actually, in all the classes, I just glued it. I drew me an arrow, and I just glued it over here. So I'm going to put my graph over here. I'll show you a shortcut for fractions that I actually like, and we will use it when we start doing more graphs like you had there, Hallie. We would use them in something like that. So I'm going to write up the top here, shortcut for fractions. Okay, alpha key. And the key right next to it that we use for x, the x, let me write it and then I'll put the box around it. It's xt, theta, and then n. Ooh, let me go back to home screen, second quit. And if I type 5 divided by 2, we write it like that. Did I type a 2 or a 3? That's a 3 in it, but that's okay. That's fine. Now, let me show you what I like about this. Push the alpha key, and then push the key right next to it. Now, if it gives you an X, your operating system needs updating, and I can update it for you when I need. You've got a fraction, and did anybody's not give you that? Yours did? Yours didn't? It gave you an X. Okay, I'll show you the shortcut. And I can update your operating system. Harrison, yours gave you a fraction? Yes. Okay, you're good to go. Everybody else has got a fraction? Now, you can type the 5 on top. You can use your toggle keys to arrow down and type the 2. You can just hit enter if you wanted to. I'll show you we'll need the arrow right in just a second. I'm going to use that to type number 2. That is just aesthetics. You can still type it like this, like that, or you can type it like that. Okay. 2s, 3s, whatever. So I just like I like the fraction key, and we will actually use it like y equals -1/2, there's a negative right there, x plus 4. Now, just for the sake of using it, I'm going to use the shortcut. Just for the way it looks, it has nothing to do with the graph. It has nothing to do with your answers. It's just the way you want to type it. So I'm going to go to y equals. If there's something there, how do you get rid of it? Clear. So hit clear. Now, I'm not going to put the negative with the 1. Some of them did in the other classes. I just put it out front. So I'm going to put my negative out front. I'm going to push alpha x. And then I'm going to do, in your case, Hunter, alpha y equals enter. And then I'm going to hit 1, arrow down, 2. Now, how am I going to get out of that? See, it's showing a blinking arrow to the right. So, arrow to the right, x plus 4. Now, have we done anything with the window? I don't think so. If you think you have, look at your window. Just check it, because mine went crazy a while ago, and I had to reset it. I'll show you the quick reset for a standard window, and then hit graph. Okay, let's go ahead and draw it, and then we'll do the T-table. Now, you've actually got 4 points here. You could pick any 2 to make a line. I like the ends. Point, point, and it crosses the x-axis right there, and then you've got this one right here. Don't put arrows. I want it to be like a photocopy of there to there. So you're gonna draw it just like that one. If you can lay your ruler down and do it, that's fine. I'm gonna put my point right here. I like the ends. I'm gonna use that one. Using more than two is hard to get them in a straight line. And I'm gonna use this one, really just right below that x-axis. And then I just take my ruler and connect them. Hold on. Okay, let me go ahead and give you the t-table so those of you that do have it can go ahead and do the t-table. Okay, we're going to do negative 5 xy. We're going to do negative 5, negative 4. Now your classwork will be all mixed up, 0, 9, and 12. Now what do you have to hit before you start the t-table? What was the key word? I just wrote it. What is that word? Trace. Because if you try to hit those numbers, it'll kick you out of the graph. What y'all get for these? What did negative 5 give you? If you haven't done it, you need to do it. Negative 5 gave you what? 13. Negative 4? Everybody, type it. 6, 0. 9. Do y'all know how to do this? Okay, you hit trace and you just start typing the numbers. Okay, now did you give it 1/2 or did you give it 0.5? Did everybody give it negative 1/2 or did anybody say negative 0.5? Okay, and then 12 gives you error. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, graph, what was the number? 12. Graph 12. Oh, of course I didn't hit trace. Graph, trace, 12. Okay, now look at what it says. Now this says we attempted to use a variable or function that is not valid. What is the domain that we set for our window? That's your x's. What did we use for our x's? What's the left side in your screen? What's a standard window? Negative 10 to positive 10. Is 12 in that domain? No. It can be in the range, like that 15 was, but it has to be in the domain. Now, the best way to do it, and there's several ways to change the graph. Somebody was asking me yesterday, but I'm going to tell you the quickest way. Tell me which x needs to be changed. The x min or the x max? X max. So go to window, and you can hit enter. I'd usually just hit enter. Graph, go to window. And so now you could change it to 12. I'm going to tell you, I usually change it to a number a little bit bigger, 13, 14, 15. Don't change it to 1,000. It'll work, but it just makes it way off the chart, but it'll work. I'm going to put 15. Graph. Now you wouldn't want to draw it from this screen because this screen is not standard window. And now hit 12. And what did it give you? Gave you negative 2. Now I'm going to give you the rule that I just gave to Katie. Now, are you in standard window? No, you're not, because we changed the X max. To quickly get back to standard window. Again, we want things quick. Okay? You hit the key zoom. Go to zoom, and I'll let you tell me which one you think it is. What do we want? Standard window. Which one's standard? 6. And just hit the 6. Don't arrow down. That's just too many more keystrokes. Zoom 6. I will ask you that a lot.